We have played Life is Strange Before the Storm. Is it something that you should check out? Stay tuned and find out. As I live and breathe.
As you live and as you breathe.
What's up, guys? Welcome to Tuesday's episode here on YouTube.com.
Excuse me, Pete. We have not played Life is Strange. You have played Life is Strange. I just had to say that. I'm sorry for interrupting you. You can proceed.
Well, I was going to get into that.
You can proceed, sir.
May I proceed?
You
Welcome
may
to
proceed.
Tuesday's episode here on YouTube.com/ImprovGaming. Today's all about Life is Strange Before the Storm. I have played it, not Nick. But I'm going to let you know all about the little fun stuff about it. And if you want to check that out, it's over on twitch.tv/ImprovCap. But we're going to jump right into it. I loved it. It was... Let me backtrack.
Please do. I want to get the full experience of this game. So you started up. You booted up. What's going through your mind? Are you giddy? Are you excited? Are you ready?
All of the above. No, so as you guys know, this is not the same developers as the original Life is Strange.
Oh, it's not?
No.
Oh, okay. I didn't know that.
Deck 9 did this one, and
I mean, I'm pretty sure you've said that before, but I just never paid attention because it's Life is Strange.
It's Life is Strange. But if you haven't played the previous ones, you should definitely check that out. I know it was free on PlayStation a couple months ago for PlayStation Plus. But Before the Storm just released Episode 1, Awake. Now, I wanted to play this because I'm a big Life is Strange fan, and I enjoyed it very much. It's about 2 hours and 20 minutes it took me to get through. But
it's up live on twitch.tv/ImprovCap, right?
Yes.
Okay.
So you can check that out.
What about the YouTube people?
We'll get them. Don't worry.
Okay. All right. I just want to make sure, we gotta do this for the people.
I know. All the people.
For the peoples.
Sounds good. You should do that. So let's back up. So a couple of new things to point out. There's a new system in place. Now, similar to Telltale, like The Walking Dead and everything, you would have just basic choices. But for this, what you have is basically an argument type mini game, we'll call it. Or very early on in the game, you try to get into this bar. And the bouncer's like, nope, get the fuck out of my face. You're not old enough. You're going to get beat the living shit out of, blah, blah, blah. And basically there's this option where it's like, oh, you can like try to not attack, but like have a verbal confrontation. So what happens is basically he'll be like, oh, does your mother know it's late and you should be in bed right now? So you get these three options, and it's like, what option would make the most sense? It's like, yeah, you're right, I should go to bed. Obviously, you're not going to win that little... You have to fill a circle, but it's like obviously not going to win that, but it's like, oh, my bedtime? Aren't you sure it's not your bedtime? Like, and it's like, okay, cool, you win that little thing.
It's after 6 p.m., old guy, didn't you eat your food?
Yeah.
It's a clapback system.
Exactly.
Sounds like a clapback system.
100%.
It's kind of fun.
And it's cool, and it adds a new dynamic to Life is Strange, which is awesome. And it's not just one time you do this
They
thing.
incorporated the clapback system, Pete.
Yes.
Pete, they incorporated like Keeping Up with the Kardashians into this like.
But and it's
Yo
not
Mama
just once.
jokes.
Yo Mama jokes. Life is Strange edition.
Life is Strange, Yo Mama Jokes edition before the Yo Mama jokes.
Yeah, exactly. So, but it's great because like you go back and forth, and it's not just one time in this game. You go a handful of times. You have to face off. Like you can choose to stop this fight, and you have to like basically one up the bully. And if you lose, you look like a stupid idiot. What?
Like your boss battles are clapbacks.
Exactly.
Like, is that what you're telling me?
No, just interactions.
This is getting funnier and funnier. Like you got clapbacks, and then you've got boss battle clapbacks.
There's no boss battles in Life is Strange. But let me explain that the choice.
Now, do these clapbacks happen at the end of the chapter?
No, there are no chapters.
Okay. All right.
It's not like a Telltale game, Nick.
I don't know. I'm just wondering. Like, is it at the end of like
No,
whatever
it's just
act or whatever it is?
You could find different ways. Like, I don't think you don't have to confront a bouncer, or you don't have to confront the bully. There's a thing where if you decide to intervene against a bully, you could just be like, no, I'm staying out of this, and then you don't have that option to clap back and fucking face off.
I made you say it.
Yeah, good for you, sir. But bringing that back, it's very emotional. Like the old Life is Strange was very emotional as well, but this like really hits on the heartstrings. I said on Twitch, I was playing. There's this one scene I'm not going to spoil anything. Don't worry. Where there's a big fight between the two main characters, Rachel Amber and Chloe, and basically the aftermath. You see this thing, and it brings back all these memories. And you had everybody in the Twitch chat just going like, holy shit, like that tugs at the heartstrings because you don't think about it. But like, if you don't play the original Life is Strange, you're fine. Like, this is its own little thing. There's callbacks and certain things, like Max is brought up a couple times, who's the star of the first game, but there's other things to let it stand on its own, and it's just very emotional. And the choices, like we talk about Walking Dead or like these other games where it's like, here, do you want to keep Danny alive or Miranda alive? You know, oh, I want to kill off Danny. Cool, Miranda's alive. Like, that was a hard choice. These are generally harder choices. Some are fun. Like, you have to decide if you want to, in spoiler territory, but you have to decide if you want to go out looking one way or the other. And, like, depending on, like, that's a fun little one. But then there's these choices where you're like, damn, like, what would I choose here? Like, if I was her, like, more like, you know, that's what the games like Telltale and everything are supposed to do. What you have to make this hard decision, but in Life is Strange Before the Storm, you're making these decisions where it's like, hey, do I try to work things out with my mom, or do I just say, no, you're making a mistake, you don't care?
It's like regular life.
Yeah, exactly.
Because life is pretty strange. These decisions you make could actually like affect the world around you. And like, man, I'm not making a joke. Like in life, like these little decisions that you don't even think about could make life-changing, like, you know, consequences throughout your life. Like not acknowledging a conversation that your mother wants to have could ripple out into the rest of your life.
Why I was really focused on this really particular, because I was thinking the other day, and I think I've told you, I ended up reconnecting with an old friend, and I wanted to thank him because I was like, if you didn't tell me about this one audition with this one group, and if I didn't go to this audition, if I didn't get into this group, if I didn't stay in this group for this song, if I didn't go to this wedding, to meet this one guy who I've guested on,
part of this thing,
and and then it's incredible how like one little decision. And I know that's like very philosophical. I admit that, but like it's just very interesting how life is, and that's why playing this, I was like, you know, like I really was taken back by like, do I want to try to make my Chloe a badass, or do I want to make her like have feeling for like things? And then when I would try to show my feelings to like the mother, which you'll find out very early in the game. And then she'll be like, are you being sarcastic? I can never tell. You're always sarcastic. I don't even know why I bother. And then I would have this reaction that you would once have and be like, well, fuck you, bitch. Like, next time I'm not going to be so nice. And then you, like, get driven to school and you're like, and the stepdad's like, you know, you have to be nicer to, you know, your mother. And I was like, no, fuck you. Like, bro, like, you don't tell me what to do. You're not my dad. And it's like, it tackles these issues in a weird way, but it's also something where it makes you feel for these characters. There's a situation, like I said, later in the game where Rachel is full of emotion, and it's something where do you approach, and you have this option to be like, step in and try to calm her down, or do you stay quiet? And it's like, you know, we had our fight escalated because of some of the choices I made, until finally I'm like, you know what, I'm going to back off and like let her breathe some steam, you know? And later in the game, she was like, you know, I'm pissed that you tried to stop me. I was telling you these things. I wanted you to just leave me alone. But it was like these choices where I feel more tied to these characters than, you know, Clementine from Walking Dead. No disrespect to Clementine from The Walking Dead from Telltale. Like, I care for her because that's a character I've been with since season 1. But with Life is Strange, you know, you have Chloe, and knowing what she went through in the first game, which you don't have to play, you do, like, it doesn't matter, but knowing her decisions and everything, you stand and you go like, how, like, this girl has been through so much, like, how am I going to try to make it better for her, but still make her feel like she's wrong? It's very like, I mean, I know, full disclosure, everybody knows I'm a Life is Strange fan, you know, I've liked the games, but this is one that I was like, you know, this has really made me stop and think, like, damn, like, the decisions are great, the added mini game where you have to, like, oh, I'm the shit, no, you're the clapback, there you go, you know, and then how episode 2, like,
the
even
clapback revolution. I'm going to call it the clapback revolution.
There you
go.
Like
Dance Dance Revolution.
Good on you, Nick. And then
No problem, Pete.
we get to the ending, and obviously I'm not going to spoil the ending, but it's like, oh, cool. I'm excited for the next episode because I'm not going to lie. I was like, I have a feeling because from playing the first game, there was an issue with these two girls, and something happened where they're not together.
Or yeah, they were driven apart.
And I'm like, I like sometimes I'm like, oh, what? Oh, they're dividing, but no, there's two more. Oh, okay, and it goes, and then there's a decision at the end of the game where, oh my goodness, was it torn 50-50? Because you can go through players and your friends, and I went through overall for players, and it was like 50-50 because this choice is like, this will easily affect the game. Now, granted, they're saying every episode 8 to 10 weeks. So you're looking at it being done hopefully by the end of the year, which would be great, But like, I definitely give this a try if you have not. I mean, the regular edition is $16.99, comes with 3 episodes. If you get the deluxe edition, you get the mixtapes, and great music. Let me just say, great music.
Yeah.
But Life is Strange is always great for music. Like I was saying in the live stream and soon on YouTube, like it's great. Like the music just fits the scenes. Like you're riding in a train and like you have this choice. It's like, hey, do you want to listen to music together or by yourself after you had this emotional scene? And I chose listen with her, and we're just like listening to music, and it's just like it lets you listen to as long as you want, and then when you hit like okay, done listening to music, it continues the scene. But you could just listen to as long as you wanted the song, and I listened to like a good 2.5 minutes. I was like, this is great. I was like, I'm done now. And then it's like, okay, we're moving on to the next scene. And just that little bit of care where I'm like, and there was no frame rate drops, no problems with that,
Why would there be?
Exactly. Telltale, I'm looking at you. But
they have frame rate drops in Telltale?
Yeah, slowdowns. The only gripe I have of Life is Strange Before the Storm, and mind you, maybe it's just my sensitivity on my joystick. When I would use the right the right I want to say Joy-Con, but that's wrong.
Thumbstick?
Yeah, the right thumbstick. Thank you. Like very like if you hit it a little bit, the camera like jets. Like it's not as slow as the other games in this kind of genre. Like which it gets a little bit to get used to. Like you would have to pick up a paper, and I would just move it slightly, and it would go like over to here. Mm-hmm. But definitely, if you have not checked out Life is Strange Before the Storm, I highly recommend it. The first episode was fantastic. Leaves you on a good thing to say what's going to happen in episode 2. I'm very excited to see what happens. I know people are like, oh, it's not the same actress because of the writer's strike. But you know what? It's something where they both do a fantastic job. Whoever plays Chloe and Rachel at the moment, like, just I fell into these characters and like I was just like, damn. And like I said in the chat, you just see like one scene where people in the chat's like, damn, I've never seen something tug at me so much because they do it just in a much different from the Walking Dead's. Like, yeah, you have the Telltale games like Walking Dead where it's like, yeah, you care for Clementine, but you also have to realize that there's zombies and more unrealistic things. What I love about Life is Strange is it tackles all these issues that you're like, damn, how would I respond? Like, if I was Chloe, how would I respond to this? And it's just, it's a wonderful ride. And like I said, it's 3 episodes long, and you can't go wrong. It has a platinum trophy for you platinum fans out there. Looks like the platinum's gonna take a little work, but I'm down with working for it. But
all right,
just very good. Definitely recommend. Any questions?
No.
Did I sell you? No.
No. You're never gonna sell me on this.
Well, if it became free on the PlayStation Plus,
it doesn't matter, dude. I have a bunch of free games that I'm not gonna touch because of that.
Just because
more about that on Thursday's episode.
Thursday's episode, which is Nick's episode, all about Telltale and his reactions to his playing of Tales of the Borderlands, which I love. But does Nick love it? You better stay tuned and find out on Thursday. But thank you guys for watching. If you're new here, we appreciate you for staying by, and if you would be so kind, hit that subscribe button, like the video, helps us out dramatically. We'll be able to bring Joe back then. We had 3 people.
Yeah, we've got him locked up in the back room. He's not allowed to come out until you guys like the video.
And subscribe to the channel. Comment below if you've played Life is Strange. Try not to spoil anything, but let me know your thoughts if you're happy with it. I mean, there's not been a lot of reviews out for it, but for the reviews that are out, it's very positive.
Make sure to hit that notification button so you get all of our stuff.
Yeah, absolutely.
As soon as it comes out.
Lots of good stuff. Just, go and follow us on social media. All our stuff is there.
All of our stuff is everywhere.
Every single place.
For you, the people.
For you, the people. Haha. Until next time.
Game on.